Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lucid 9. We're going on episode 13 now. We have now um up to par with Doki Doki Literature Club, which was 13 episodes long. Or 12 episodes long, one or the other, I don't remember. And now we only have two more choices for our little adventures in this amusement park. So let's go to the showcase. My eyes are drawn to a large, oddly shaped building at the center of the map. It's clearly the biggest attraction in the park. What exactly do they have at this tech expo? You mean, what don't they have? You can pretty much find every Lemonscape device on display there, even their new tech that hasn't been released yet. Considering the building's size, I can see how they can accommodate it all. It says here they're holding some kind of lottery drawing for weed? Wait, hold up, what? I double checked to see whether I read that correctly. Surely they don't mean what I'm thinking, do they? What? Why would they be giving that away at a drawing? I'm puzzled as well. Someone mind explaining to me what this weed is? Well, you see, WEED is just an acronym for Wall Electric Energy Detector. It's a new Lemonscape cell phone that can run on power from a wall socket even without a battery. That sounds like an underwhelming feature to be so hyped about. We should go. This is an opportunity to introduce you to the world of technology, Yama. I feel like you just want to go for this weed. Oh, the possibilities of what I can name this episode, but boy, would that get monetized so fast. Not at all. Not at all. I only suggest this for your sake. If you stay ignorant about today's technology, I love the stockings, innovation, you're no better than a Neanderthal. They did invent the wheel, so it's not like they weren't smart. In response to my sarcasm, Misaki looks me dead in the eye. It's the same glare she used to give me before she dragged me somewhere against my will. We're going. And just as I predicted, she takes a hold of my arm, pulling me towards the direction of the expo. What about the others? Oh, I'm sure they'll follow. No need to worry about them. Once we dart into the building, I immediately notice the area. This is the same exact background for the laser tag. Too crowded for my liking. A stream of people push their way through the check-in lines, eager to receive admission. The scene is reminiscent of a herd of wildebeests. That's how wildebeest is spelled? Flocking at a watering hole. I glance back to check on our group, but they're nowhere in sight. I think we've lost the others. Good. With them gone, we have a better chance of winning the lotto drawing. You know if you've noticed, Miki, but the odds aren't exactly in our favor. You must first play the game to win the game, Yama. This sounds like something a gambling addict would say. Ignoring my comment, she quickly takes my place in line. I'm a little surprised she doesn't force her way into the front. Luckily, it isn't long before we're called next. Oh, excuse me. The attendant prompts us to hold our wrists, given our pair of metallic wristbands, and printed on them is a set of numbers, which I presume are for the drawing. I take another hesitant glance around before entering the expo. There are way too many people here. Do you want to hold hands? What? Why? To prevent us from being separated. Why else? Without waiting for an answer, Misaki intertwines her slender fingers around mine and quickly leads me through the crowd. Oh, that's cute. This feels familiar. Her firm grip, her brisk pace, her resolve despite my hesitation. After all these years, Misaki hasn't changed at all, has she? She's still the same zealous girl who would drag me everywhere she went. A sense of nostalgia causes me to grin. Honestly, I've missed this. Misaki suddenly stops, dead in her tracks, breaking me from my reminiscence. This looks interesting. She stands before a large rack displaying an array of peculiar-looking goggles. There is an exaggerated curve to their lenses, making them appear bulky. After examining them for a moment, Misaki grabs a pair and tries them on. They practically cover her face, half her face. I'm barely able to stifle a snort. What is it? See for yourself. She removes the goggles and slips them onto my face. They feel awkwardly large, but they must look equally as ridiculous. There are 3 video monitors displayed inside the goggles lens. giving me a panoramic view of my surroundings. I feel Misaki's hand brush against my cheek as she adjusts something on the side of the goggles. As she does so, the camera zooms in and out of focus. They're called dragonfly lenses. They're sort of like a panoramic binoculars. They're kind of impractical to wear, though. I remove the goggles and hand them back to her. She twirls them between her fingers, inspecting them closely. Maybe they were built to be sturdy. I guess that would make sense. Then let's try it out, shall we? Misaki draws back her arm and suddenly hurls them on the ground. Thankfully, they don't seem to break, but I can't help gasp in surprise. What the heck do you think you're doing? I just wanted to see if they were sturdy, duh. You didn't have to smash them on the ground, Miki. What if they had broke? Then we would have been in deep trouble, wouldn't we? Cutest character in the game. This girl, I swear she does these kind of things just to mess with me. Before I can express my annoyance, a nearby commotion grabs my attention. I wonder what that's about. With mouths agape, a group of people are fixated on a large object hovering a few meters above their heads. It zigzags haphazardly in the air and comes dangerously close from colliding into them. From where I'm standing, it almost looks like a drone. Watch out! In one swift motion, the drone changes its course and flies straight towards us. I'm barely able to push Misaki out of the way as it spirals into the display rack. Shards of metal and glass of the drone slide across the floor, but the goggles remain relatively undamaged. It seems they are pretty sturdy. Are you two alright? As Misaki and I regain our composure, a woman... Okay, I'm messing up the voices already. Judging by her uniform, she must be the one in the attendants running the expo. Yeah, we're fine, I think. I look over at Misaki, and she nods her head in confirmation. The woman breathes a sigh of relief at this, bowing her head apologetically. I'm terribly sorry. We were performing a demonstration. The drone stopped responding to our remote commands. A demonstration? Oh, yes. Would you like to visit our booth? It's the least I can do to give you a demonstration of our tech. I'm not sure how that would compensate for almost killing us with one of your drones. Of course. Misaki, however, doesn't seem to mind. Wonderful. If you two would please follow me, I'll show you the way. After navigating the way past the crowds, we come to a stop at a large military-themed booth. It's impressive, to say the least. There are numbers of electronics scattered about, but we haven't a clue what any of them are supposed to be. It's almost like someone just dumped a pile of scrap parts together and claimed it was state-of-the-art equipment. Or maybe I really am a Neanderthal who doesn't understand technology. The attendant places the drone, or rather what's left of it, on the counter. She takes a moment to examine the insides of the machine. With a solemn expression, she mumbles something under her breath. The Icarus are definitely not going to like this. Who's Icarus? Did she just say the Icarus? Excuse me, do you mind telling us about them? About who? The Icarus. Oh, they're part of Lemonscape Board of Directors. This expo is sponsored by them, believe it or not. You name... Okay, Icarus. The one, flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. His wax wings melted and plummeted to his death. Never name something that flies after Icarus. The board of directors of Lemonscape. If Yako is actually related to them, then why won't most people be aware of that? Unless they don't share a lot about their personal lives with the public, that seems pretty plausible, actually. Are you two ready to see something interesting? Before I can think more on it, the attendant props a large tablet, on the counter for us to see. She expertly swipes her palm across the surface, resulting in an assortment of colored patterns that dance across the screen. The patterns gradually warp into a digital face of a man. Misaki gapes at it admiringly. This is Max. Say hello, Max. Hello, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Contrast to his appearance, the inflections of Max's voice sound very human-like. It's almost a bit disconcerting coming from something that looks so artificial. Max is one of our newly developed AI programs. AI as in artificial intelligence? Correct. I hate AI. Well, we've made some advancements in the last 2 years. We're only scratching the surface of what's possible with an AI technology. Max is the product of our research so far. Misaki's eyes brighten in excitement as she examines the machine more closely. What was he created for exactly? Well, he serves as an automated assistant for law enforcement in the future. An assistant? Max collects massive amounts of data from various sources and uses the information to determine suspected criminals. He would then rely on his findings to the user in charge and suggest what action they should take based on the situation. But isn't it possible for him to make mistake someone for being a criminal? Highly improbable. If anything, Max would be more efficient than humans. His judgment wouldn't be clouded by emotion. I see. Curious, Misaki reaches out and touches the monitor. Forgive me for asking, but may I have your name? Startled by the machine's sudden inquiry, Misaki jumps back, holding tightly onto my shoulder. It's Misaki Kazuhaya. And how shall I address your partner? He directs his question at me. We're not partners. It's nice to meet you, we're not partners. Is it purposely being sarcastic? Are machines even capable of doing that? Thank you for your cooperation. I have stored your names for future reference. Forgive me, but I must shut down in order to perform necessary system updates. Oh, of course. Have a good rest on, Max. The attendant promptly shuts off his power and carefully places him back behind the counter. Then she pops back up. She beckons us over towards the corner of a large telescopic device that sits by itself. This is a laser microphone. Microphone? Well, they're used for surveillance. Oh, okay. It's to pick up shit. Gotcha. Sometimes I use them to eavesdrop on my coworkers. She conspicuously winks at Misaki as she hands her the headphones. The attendant then aims the microphone towards the other booths. The device uses a laser beam that detects sound vibration and distant objects, and then it interprets that data through the headphones, allowing the person to hear conversations that would otherwise be inaudible from a far distance. Can you hear it? Voices. Can you hear what they're saying? Misaki suddenly removes the headphones and quickly hands them back to the attendant, her cheeks flushing in bright red. What did you hear? Nothing. Let's try something else. That sure doesn't sound like nothing. If I say nothing, it's nothing. Thankfully for her, the building's PA system crackles to life. We are announcing the winning numbers for the lottery drawing. If you have the numbers 1623, please report to the front desk. Thank you. 1623. Immediately, Misaki eagerly checks her wristband. Looks like you were right. You damn win. No, I wasn't even close. For a moment, she looks like she's about to cry, but then she throws her hands up in exasperation. This sucks. This lotto must be rigged. I don't think they would do that, Miki. And I was so excited to win the weed. As if remembering something, she turns to me with a scary gleam in her eye. Let me get your digits. Sure, but I doubt I won either. Regardless, Misaki quickly pulls up my sleeve. I don't believe it, you actually won! Wait, what? Let's make haste, we haven't a moment to spare. And just like that, she begins pulling me to the front desk. I'm barely able to give the attendant a slight wave as we speed off. Really? I won? After one of the staff confirms my numbers, they hand me a small box. On it, Lemonskate's infamous company logo decorates its cover. Honestly, it's not like I really need another phone. My current one works just fine, so this model would likely just collect dust somewhere in my apartment. I hand Misaki the box. She can't seem to decide whether she would immediately tear it open or show some restraint. Are you sure you want to give it to me? These bottles are expensive, you know. Isn't that why you brought me here? Well, partly, but that wasn't the only reason. I just wanted to spend some time with you since we haven't talked much lately. Besides, it's not like I'm some heartless tech addict who just used you as a tool. I can't help but smile at that. She seems to take this as a confirmation to unwrap the cell phone from her case. Oh, the camera resolution's a lot higher than my current phone. Why don't we take a photo together and try it out? Photo of both of us? Camera shy, are we? Well, no, but... Misaki suddenly hooks her arm around my shoulder, pulling me close. I feel my cheeks pressed against hers as she positions the phone for a good shot. Say cheese! Unprepared, I'm temporarily blinded by the flash of the light. It takes a moment before my vision comes back into focus. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize the flash was on. At least you didn't blink. And she shows me the picture. I can't help but cringe. It's high resolution, alright. You can see every detail of my face as I awkwardly wince from the flash. Misaki, however, looks as perfect as ever. I guess she really is cut out for the modeling business, isn't she? Handing Misaki back her phone, my own phone suddenly thrills in my pocket. They should have had like a little CG there. That would have been cute. Five unread messages. Oops. So that's how you get the backlink. Okay. Hey, where did you and Miki run off to? Hello, did you forget how to use your phone? I just reported a lost child to security. We'll be waiting near the food court whenever you show up. Who is it? Rui, she's wondering where we went. Oh, then let's not keep her waiting. That's funny. Misaki takes my hand once more and we both make our way out of the expo. When we meet back up with the group, it's apparent that Rui isn't happy with me. She avoids eye contact, focusing her attention on the hot dog she's munching on. Hey. Look who decided to join us again. It's not like I was given much of a choice. I stare pointedly at Misaki, but she only grins. So, are you guys up for heading somewhere else? Anywhere's fine with me, man, as long as it's fun. I shall leave the decision to you. You're the navigator of this expedition, Cap. Just lead the way and we shall follow, even to the depths of Hades. Okay, then. I pull out the map and give it one more skim. Last one to go. Hey, look at that! Tech promotion. He points excitedly at the map, reading a clear voice, loud voice. What? Grab a group of friends, see each other's phones, see the truth, conquer the world. That sounds like all layers of sketchy. I'm not crazy about that. Oh, that's me. I'm not crazy about that idea. But think about how much power you can have. If you know what everyone wants, you can be the most powerful king on the planet. He excitedly runs off before I can call a vote. Exasperated, I return to the rest of the group. Are we really doing this? It's sponsored by the park. It's bound to be safe. We'll have the opportunity to some state-of-the-art tech. The park doesn't concern me. I know what I have to deal wisely with the proceedings or they'll land in some deep trouble. It's Yako I'm personally worried about. No, I'm far more worried about what our group will do with the information they get from one another. Back in this building. We drop into the tidy air-conditioned facility following on Yako's heels. The area is full of commotion, primarily from other young adults laughing, shouting, and clearly trying to embarrass each other with freshly gathered dirt. Hey everyone, guess who Yuiko likes? Shut up! Yeah, what exactly is this exhibit about? Yako is already chatting up one of the attendants. He returns in a few minutes, bouncing eagerly on his toes. Okay, so here how it works. We each have an opportunity to do a little digging on each other for a few minutes. Then we engage in an ultimate battle of wits by running a campaign for a dictator of the world. Wait, slow down. What exactly do you mean? Well, we use the information we learn to convince each other to vote for us. Like, we can blackmail each other or make some kind of promise. Oh, wait, what? How will we do that? I've just met some of you today, after all. Oh, don't worry, Miki. Usually, Lemonscape phones have really advanced security features so they can't be hacked. The only visible information is what the user wants to share. Yeah, they'd like us to believe that, wouldn't they? Well, guess what? Here, we can choose to lower that security and look into each other's phones. Location information, browsing history, usage statistics, even message and call history. All at your fingertips. What part of this sounds fun? Are we even speaking the same language? Well, in that case, this sounds interesting. I thoroughly agree. We already have blackmail on Elizabeth anyways. Ha, I've got nothing to hide. Sounds like a party and a half. Guess that settles it. What's going on? Don't they understand the danger? Is everyone sadistic? Remind me of the time when Yako wanted to jump off the roofs to test if he could fly with umbrellas. Him and his supposed brilliant ideas. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I send some quiet thanks to whoever decided to build the pool straight below the rail. Guys? Sweet, Misaki, you mind altering that fine lady of our decision? Altering that fine lady of your decision. Misaki obediently runs off and grabs the attendant, who starts to outline the rules. The first phase of the game would involve 10 minutes of concentrated research, all fireballs down, everyone would look into each other's phones. The second phase of the game would involve utilizing that information in an attempt to gather the following minions. What exactly that entails, nobody knows. It's probably intentionally vague, so leave room for interpretation. It sounds like a game around as fishy as the technique is using, so I seize the opportunity to sit back and run the timer. I'm curious at what my friends might be hiding, but I'm not enough to sacrifice my own privacy. Right, are we all ready? Yama's being a party pooper, but aside from that, we're good. Embrace the future, Yama. This is the ideal of technology. I'll stick with pen and paper, thanks. Are you an old man? You don't even use pen and paper. I would if I had a pen that worked. You can always, buy one. Now, why would I do that? Oh, come on, let's just get started. Yama isn't going to join us. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Despite the climatic setup, the group proceeds to simply squat down and scroll rapidly through their phones. The silence is brief. Only a few seconds pass before Masaki's face drops in horror. Akon's phones? Who would bother purchasing an Akon phone? Just beside her, Yako erupts into glee. I knew it. I was right all along. Interesting. Come to think of it, Misaki and Yako would be the best at gathering phone information. They know the electronics inside and out. Masato, on the other hand, damn, I can't use anything other than phone calls? Rui and Akira aren't even having much more luck. Where do I start? Internet search history? Purchase records? None of this stuff is juicy. Where's the questions about the meaning of life? Ari is silent as always. I have no doubt that she can secure the information she needs. She seems very capable in that regard. The problem for her will be presenting that information in the right way. 5 minutes. Already? Let's see. Yes. Oh, definitely. I shall rule the world. Why ain't anyone else using a rooming app? Grover Mercher. 3 things every girl wants in a guy, Grover Mercher. Yeah, go search history. My phone buzzes in my hand like a miniature death knell. Time's up. The group explodes in a frenzy, practically lunging at each other with streams of words that sound like presidential campaign statements. I'll throw lots of festivals if I get elected. Sorry, not interested. Are you and your friend fighting over a guy? What would make you say that? Your search history. What do you do if your bestie likes the same guy? Love triangle, so she likes me too? That explains so much. Akira likes Yama too? It's drama club research, I tell you. It's regular pattern, searched every few months since last year. The most recent search was... Wave the white flag of surrender. Concede. You have won this day. Ari smiles, innocent satisfaction as Akira registers her fingerprint for an official counter. So blackmail is an acceptable way to gather minions, just not fictional promises. Wait, what did Ari mean by when she said like the same person? Masato, join me and I'll advocate for track. You think I'm that easy? Hell no! Masato, can you pretty please join me? I'll advocate for track. Well, okay. What? Looks like personal preference have large impact too. Eventually, my eyes land on Yako. In this setting, it's usually grating egotism gives him the nice sheen of confidence. In fact, he seems like he's doing better than everyone else. Say, Ari. When I get elected, I'll make a video game class mandatory at the academy. And just like that, she registers her fingerprint. What? Of all things, video games? Rui, if you join me, I'll give childhood friends a special legal status. Deal. Why would she want that? What kind of legal privileges could you even award a childhood friend? Masato, my man. If you think I'm going to be easy, man, you got another thing coming. I'll run a huge fundraiser for track by using my special access to women's technology. And another fingerprint registration. Yako is knocking everyone out like bowling pins. Elizabeth, I'll make Yama take private tutoring for the rest of the semester. Well said. You've earned my vote. Elizabeth, I'm both shocked and not shocked at all. Wait, at this rate, Yako will be the winner. Akira, I can provide lessons on love and... Don't say it. Take my vote. Take it. His last opponent is Misaki, who also has been disturbingly productive in the campaign game. She greets him with a smile. I'm not easily overpowered. Neither am I, Misaki. Shall we draw our swords simultaneously? A duel of monks dancing cherry blossoms. What is this, a samurai flick? They crouch forward slightly like they're going to physically lunge for each other's throats. A moment of silence passes between them, even as the others in the group continue campaigning to one another. Then Misaki and Yako both burst into action, practically screaming at the top of their lungs. Corporations will mandate required vacation time for employees with families. Social securities will be redefined parental negligence. Ouch. That explains so much. Yako doesn't get to see his parents. They don't give a shit about him. And, oh, this hit hard. This hit home for both of them. Good God, they're savages. For a moment, they both only stand there, equally surprised by the other's statement. Vacation time, parental negligence. Why do I suddenly feel like I know nothing about them? They couldn't be playing around, right? No, judging from their expressions, they're completely serious. I shouldn't be surprised. There's bound to be a lot of stuff that I don't know. My friends have their own lives, and I have mine. In fact, they probably don't have any idea how Segure and I know each other. That's fine. Some things are none of their business. Some things are none of my business. It's all well and good, but it really bothers me. I know it's childish. I know that I made myself stay out of this game. No one kicked me out. I could learn just as much about Misaki as Yako did. Really, I have no one to blame but myself. Your strike found an adequate mark, son of Akari. As did yours, daughter of Kazuhaya. You have trained well. Ah, right. There's a samurai duel going on. However, I can see that your blow found a vital organ, while mine only made its mark on a limb. I concede this round. She presses her finger against his phone to register her print. The moment she does so, a tone sounds by the attendant's booth. Congratulations, Yako Akari. You have won your election unanimously. But what damage did it cause? All seriousness melts from Yako's face, replaced with a shining pride. I'm a dictator now? You are. Oh boy. I really thought it would feel more awesome. Well, you get a prize, 1 free year of Lemon Cloud Premium. I didn't know what this means, but it causes Misaki to stand bolt upright and lean forward in anticipation. Clearly she's regretting that concede. Oh, thanks, but I already have Premium pre-account. It's what happens when you're the son of 2 rulers. Actually, when I think about it, it's really likely that Yako is the son of some influential people, from the sound of it. People who work at Lemonskate. He has an insane number of shoes that are all designer brands, made in Italy. He's attending the academy without any scholarship, judging from his grades. And he doesn't seem to have any financial worries, or life worries in general. Maybe he really is the son of some higher-ups at Lemonskate. I'll take it. Then go ahead. She eagerly retrieves the gift code from the attendant as the rest of us are ushered out the door. I think that game did more damage than it should have. Elizabeth seems refreshed on the activity. Rui looks like she enjoyed herself. Akira and Masto, on the other hand, her deep dark secret got revealed. She likes Yama as well. There's always tomorrow. Hell yeah. And they're fine. Manipulating people doesn't seem to be their kind of game. Actually, what surprised me most was Yako did so well. Not only was he efficient in his research, but he knew which arguments to use and how to present them. Say, Yako, you haven't gone to, I don't know, prep school or anything, right? Prep school? You know, where you learn etiquette, politics, how to talk to people? Or more specifically, how to manipulate people? Why would I do that? My natural genius is enough. It's just one of my many advantages of being born in Akari, my dear minion. My blood is superior. Right, I'm suddenly sorry I asked. I'm sorry, I'm here. Should we get going? She looks pointedly at me like I'm supposed to be deciding our destination. Wait, am I? Well, no one else in the group is budging, so I guess it's up to me. Before I can decide on another attraction, a ringtone cuts through the silence. Maso sheepishly digs his phone out of his pocket. Sorry, alarm. I check my own phone. 6 p.m. Technically, Masto's curfew. Excuse me. Masto's... Thanks for the fun, guys, but I got a piece. I've also got things to do, but this was remarkably fun. Thank you. You guys are leaving? But there's so many more adventures to be had. Honestly, even I'm a bit worn out from all this excitement. I'm heading back too, but you guys should stay if you want. I need to leave as well. Both of you? It's okay, Rui. We'll have to make up for their ticket costs. Surprisingly, Rui turns to Ari with a smile. Want to try the roller coaster over there? Okay. We exchange quick farewells before Rui, Ari, and Akira and Yako race off to the serpentine roller coaster in the distance. I split ways with the others at the academy dorms and head to my apartment. Walking across the street is a cold reminder of the true state of life. Gone are the festive colors, energetic children, and high-cutting attractions at every corner. What the hell's in my mouth? Ugh. God damn it. Don't worry about what that was. Instead, I'm surrounded by digital posters, newspapers, and the faraway whine of police sirens. Out of curiosity, I steal a glance at the digital newsstand. Mayor conference will reveal plan over national news network by next month. Plans, government, all useless. Technically, Isamu is only doing this well due to the efforts of the local authority, but I can't trust anyone who's paid to make decisions for everyone other than themselves. Excuse me, are you an academy student? My attention immediately switches from the headlines of the police officer behind me. I immediately feel a thrill of adrenaline rush through my veins. Calm down, it's not like I've done anything wrong. Yes, sir. Where are you headed? Just passing through. He evaluates me for a moment with an unreadable expression. Come with me. We've got some questions we need to ask you. No. Bile rises in my throat. I struggle to force my mind into submission. Just follow him. Just follow him. Just what the fuck? See? Yep. I know what that image is. I already know that. That image flashing on screen was the blurred image from earlier. Yep. It's very gruesome. Where am I? Pulse racing, head spinning, deep breath, freeze my limbs, close my eyes. Right. Apartment sofa, shelves, plant, kitchen, he has a plant? Yes, he does have plants. Television. This is my apartment. No threats, no problems, no people. I'm fine. Unhurt. I'm fine. After a few moments where I agonizingly trained my system back into ordinary what's that word? Sure, I checked the time. 9 p.m., 3 hours gone? I suffocate the returning sense of panic, rifling through my phone. No new messages, no phone calls, incoming or outgoing, no emails, no new appointments. In other words, no idea what I've been doing or who I was. Why is it back? It should be gone. I thought it was over. Stop, calm down. First, my present state. What's going on? No injuries. I'm full, too, so I guess I ate dinner. I noticed a handful of textbooks strewn around the coffee table. Was I trying to study? They're definitely my textbooks. So I'm fine for the moment. Question is, what happened in the gap? I fumble over to the kitchen, digging my anxiety meds out of the cabinet. 5 years. 5 years since I had to use these. Here I was thinking that I'd never need them again, allowing myself to forget. Silly me. My vision crosses for a moment as I gulp them down. I'll never get used to that feeling. But thankfully my pulse slows as my breathing evens out. I let my limbs sink into the sofa, start staring idly at the ceiling. I'm fine. Tears surge to my eyes, but they're purely chemical, a response of fright, something that always plagues me after one of these lapses. I get hormonal, like a teenage girl fresh out of a breakup. but it's just my brain lying to me. It's like it likes to do that, my brain. It's a pathological liar. Nor does it stop these random mood swings. Sometimes the world just seems so distant, shut away, like I'm standing on the edge of the universe. If I had to describe the feeling in a word, surreal, like I had one of the foot in the wrong dimension. When I get like this, I have to fight against it. Remember that I'm here. Life's here. The world is here. And there are tastes and smells and sensations for a reason. But sometimes there's a tiny trickle of doubt in the back of my mind. Am I real? This is hitting too close to home. No, not that. Not exactly. Of course I exist. In the technical sense of the word. But rather, am I sensing everything correctly? If my brain is lying to me about emotions, what's to say it's not lying to me about anything else? When you hear someone talk, you don't hear it how they believe it, how they deliver it. You hear it how you perceive it, regardless of what the intention is. The frightening, infamous words, I like you, can be terrified. Or it can be thrilled. You might even be a mixture of both. But the only thing that matters is how you take it, not how the other person said it. This is starting to hit too close to home, guys. But it's too good to stop. Maybe they wanted you to be happy, or guilty, or angry, but what they want doesn't necessarily carry across. It's the same for when you see something. Everyone looks at it, an advertisement a different way. Everyone takes fashion sense a different way. Presenting a piece of contemporary art in front of a panel of critics will always gather a wide range of responses, so long as the audience is extensive enough. Nothing is absolute. Everything is just how it is perceived. That's what people like to say. In my opinion, that's the easy way out. But I think that there's something absolute somewhere. Somewhere there are rules written in stone or the essence of an object. Something that is unchangeable, and it is there whether you like it or not. And yet, if there is something absolute, then some people in their perceptions are right and others are wrong. What if I'm wrong? What if everything I sense is a lie? Ah, that's right. When the lapses happen, I think too much. My former therapist liked to say that I'm trying to ground myself, solidify my values, remember who I am. All I really gather from the explanation is that my brain is a huge pain, over-emotional, overthinking, overbearing. Thankfully, I can already sense that I'm recovering. My heart rate is stabilizing, and my breathing is even. I vaguely remember little bits of advice from my therapist. Ground yourself with something physical. Identify your negative thoughts and replace them. Accept your anxiety. It's a little alien coming back to this process after so many calm years, but I filter through it easily, like getting back on a bicycle after a hiatus. Good. Look like the spell's passed. I better get to bed. Sleep is the fastest way to recover from my memories, welcome or unwelcome. Okay, we're going to get to know. For your cooperation, Mr. Ishimoto, would you like one of us to escort you back? I'm fine, thanks. Very well, be sure to notify us immediately if you notice anything unusual. I will. What possessed me to buy so many groceries? Something doesn't taste right. How did Rui make it again? Got stopped by the police. For what? For what? Public disturbance? I was behaving myself, thank you very much. Sure. They just asked me if I saw anything out of the ordinary at school. What did you tell them? I hadn't, but I'd keep an eye out. Wow, such a tame response. I listen to anyone who has the power to put me in jail. Sure you do. Look. What? It's just, I'm not going to be around all the time to watch out for you. You don't need to. No, I'm going to be gone tomorrow, okay? For the morning. What does that have to do with anything? Just, don't be an idiot. Oh, wait, I guess that's impossible. You're in a weird mood. You're in a weird mood all the time. See ya. Bye. Time to rise and shine. Sleep is a marvelous thing. Everything looks brighter after a good night's rest. And sometimes, when you have a random memory lapses, you get to recall events that you were once forced to forget. For example, the police investigation. Thankfully, it didn't look like anything unusual. I should have known that, honestly, since I didn't find myself in prison. Brought groceries, made dinner, called Rui. Nothing out of the ordinary. The only potential lapse trigger was being approached by the police. But from the looks of it, I had nothing to worry about. So that leaves me with a typical relaxing Sunday with nothing to do. Good, I can deal with that. What's this? Crimson Crusade at lemonscape.com. Okay. Some days I like to look at the sky and figure out what the weather will be like instead of reading the forecast. I'm usually wrong, but it's pretty fun. It feels like you share a secret with the sky. Is there anything you like to do, even if it doesn't make much sense? What the? Crimson Crusade? Who's that? Sorry, I think you have the wrong address. I'm just about to stuff my phone in my pocket, but it immediately lights up again. I don't think so. What's your name? Right, that's not sketchy at all. My name is Guru Kapolti. I am an obese mountain troll who dines upon the flesh of humanity. This time my phone remained silent for a while. Satisfied, I lower... Really? I see. Do you own a smartphone? The heck? Are you discriminating against me because I just happen to be a mountain troll? And to answer your question, human service providers are much better than troll service providers. What am I even saying? If that's the case, how has life been as a troll? I can't take this person seriously anymore. I tossed the phone on the table without replying, cramming more cereal into my mouth. What a weird individual. Even if it was kind of fun, they had played along. What is it now? This is starting to get really creepy. Oh, her. Ishiyama, television, post-haste. Intrigue, I switch the television on and agree with yet another lovely news report. Trustworthy sources have informed us that the sudden string of disappearances has increased to 3 innocent students. In this trying time, we must look not only to assistance but for the truth. It is well known that the authorities have recently set their sights on demolishing the infamous forest of Isamu. Curious, really, that this misfortune follows hot on the heels of the recent push for Building Act. Perhaps in an odd way, the Isamu forest is simply fighting back. I immediately shut it off. Sensationalist news as usual. What did Shiguri want me to see? I don't see anything new. You never see anything at all. Look harder. This woman, what is up with her? We already know that there were disappearances. Everything else just hearsay. The news can't know for sure that the Isamu Forest has anything to do with the case. They're just scapegoating it as a political movement. Unless Shigeri's saying that the media's accusation is suspicion in the end of itself. Come to think of it, why would they be so quick to point fingers at an insignificant little forest? Of all things to blame, trees? This ain't the happening. Maybe she wants me to investigate, then again, I'd rather not go alone. Hey. I wait for a few moments, but there's no response. Right, she said she won't be gone this morning. But it's kind of past morning, isn't it? I check up on social media, no check-ins, no photos, no statuses, not since last night at 11 p.m. After curfew, back at her dorm. Just like the other 3. Oh, shit, no, not Rui. So, I know I sound like a creep, but what are you doing? Still nothing. I struggle to quench this rising sense of panic as I turn to another source. Hey, have you seen Rui? Yeah. Where? Yesterday, dude, we were at the park. Lol. I meant after that. We went back to the dorms. So you didn't see her? No. When did you last see her? like 11:30 or something. Why? Nothing. Don't panic, you overreact, and keep calm. Akira. Akira would know. Akira's her roommate. Hey. Supperoni, Commander. How goes the date? The what? Rui said she was going to meet up with you this morning. She did? Yeah, she seems super excited about it. She was gone by the time I woke up, so you guys having a great time? She doesn't know. No one knows. Rui's been gone since 11:30 last night. Disappearance force. I have to go now. We're done for today. This is starting to put dread into me. I am starting to feel the force of God himself weighing down on me, and I ain't putting up with this shit today. Okay, so, like I've been saying, the foreboding fear has finally come true. Rui's missing! Right after she kissed him and after she kissed Yama. Oh my god. I had a feeling it was going to be her. But she said she'd be gone in the morning, so... It's not like she's missing. She said she'd be gone. But she lied to Akira about where she would be. Huh. She lied to Akira. She told us she'd be gone in the morning. The forest we know are where the murders are happening by the killer, whoever he or she is. Could Rui be the killer? No, I refuse to believe Rui's the killer. Until I see evidence, I will not believe Rui's the killer. This has me thinking. I mean, the main character himself, Yama, he's having lapses of memory as he has his flashbacks to his dead sister. Spoiler alert. No, it's not spoiler alert. If you paid attention to the flashes, you could see that's his sister that got impaled. Good God, that's gruesome. What do you all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but please don't spoil anything if you know. Wow. Shit. Like and share the video, and, yeah, it helps me grow as a channel. I really appreciate it and all that jazz. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel to become an Ember of the Phoenix. By doing so, you get... Actually, you get nothing. You get... I don't know what I'm saying now. This game has me too frazzled. But yeah, subscribe, become an Ember, follow me on Twitter to know when all my videos go live, as well as to get a little insight into my madness. And this game is definitely driving me mad. But other than that, this has been Black Phoenix. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.